know, so I don't like paper straw. I'm not gonna use. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I haven't been live for a long time, but I think this live is necessary. Hello. Hello. How is everybody doing? What's Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody doing? I'm gonna take off a shade so I can see you better. Hi, Pi Gordon. What's up? Hey, Real Talk. Good morning. Good morning. I'm good, you know. I'm good. Guys, you're not going to believe this, right? I thought I had a dental appointment with my son today and turn up at the dentist, take him out of school, turn up at the dentist, only for find out so them cancel the appointment and it's not until July. So as it's during his lunch break, I've taken him to McDonald's. So we're just in the car park, and I thought I'd just go live and address this situation with the Gofundme and Miss Claudette, right? Okay. Good morning. Hi, Gloria. Looking beautiful as usual. Thank you. Morning, Michelle. Morning. Hey, Dawn. What's up? Good morning. Look. I know there's a whole lot of talk going on about whether or not the GoFundMe is legitimate, if it's too much, if it's whatever. And I just wanted to say this, right? I believe that Miss Claudette has a very trying time at the moment. And I think it's so insensitive that people use this and weaponize it where she's concerned. And they're doing it because they want to say, they always want to have something negative to say, right? And it's so important that we recognize that things in Jamaica are extremely expensive. And she doesn't just have one passing, she has two within 2 weeks. That's crazy. That's a lot. And it's not two random people. We're talking about her mother. We're talking about her daughter. That's a lot to bear emotionally. You look amazing. Thank you. That's a lot to bear emotionally. And I do not understand how it is that people are trying to find scamming or fraud or nonsense in a situation like this. $30,000 will not just cover the funeral expenses for both, but will also go towards the raising of the children, right? Well, the child that's been left behind, plus the fact that Claudette herself has to be taking her time out of work in order to deal with things. She's also looking after Miracle. It's a lot. You understand? It must be unbearable, of course. It's a whole lot. And I can speak from experience in terms of the cost of funerals in Jamaica, having done one myself recently. You understand? After my experience of my mother's passing last year, I spent, between myself and my brother, we're talking about 14 grand. And I'm talking pounds. Yeah? 14,000. Mind you, ours was a much bigger thing. And it was, our venue was very, very up there. It is expensive, but if you can imagine, that was one. You understand? A lot of emotional pain for one person. And it's not just about the death of her, it's about how her daughter passed as well. The way her daughter passed was brutal. Her daughter suffered. You understand? So that pain is going to be, it's going to be not just losing the child, but the nature of the loss of the child, because it's still our child. You understand? It may be an adult, but it's our child. You know? There's a lot going on. And I'm not interested in politicizing it, because this is not what my platform is about. But I'm going to encourage my graduates. if you can give 5, if you can give $1, and you know, say HTK no beg. But this is not about begging. This is about a genuine situation where charitable donations are necessary. It must reach the 30K. It don't must reach it. But as much as we can possibly pull together and support this lady for, we should do it. I'm seeing the GoFundMe and it's growing, but it's not growing at the pace that I know Planketarians can push things. And graduates too. And I have not done the GoFundMe, but I have contributed directly. So I'm asking on Claudette's behalf to please come forward in your numbers and do something to support her. It doesn't matter if it's £1 or £2, I don't care. Anything you can afford to give will be greatly appreciated. Exactly. Just days before Pie Garden. You know, grief is a terrible thing. But sometimes you have grief when a person is expected to pass, right? No parent expects to bury their child. So while it is, yes, she has the grief of her mother's passing, this trauma is even greater because that's her daughter. That's her daughter. You know what I'm saying? And she was young, promising, and a mother of a baby. So when you think about all of those things, and she's there, you know, all the other platforms are trying their best to get the word out there. So who can contribute a share, and that's appreciated too. Because the more the reach grows, the more support will come towards her. You see Claudette out in the streets, protesting on behalf of victims of domestic abuse in Jamaica. You see Claudette up and down with Miss D, driving everybody around, driving around Andre, giving of her time and her efforts for social justice. And you see, social media, this is why I'm so afraid that some are out here. Why it is that I never shared my pain when I was going through it. Because I can never trust any of the people that claim that they are platform holders to handle things in the right way. You understand? So I keep my business to myself. I'm a few core people. Right? Because look at this situation, and it is still being used to drag the woman. It's not okay. Thank you so much, Dawn. I don't know what that person said, but delete as you see fit. You understand? Admin, I deal with it. Right? Thank you so much. Man, I listen to that person there. We don't have no time for negativity. You know, so we're not going to go back and forth over here. You give as much as you can is all we're asking. Right? And it is about support, because when somebody is there and they were supporting public causes, charitable causes, everybody was clapping hands and applauding. Right? I know that the person is down and out and in need. No, but everybody starts saying a fraud, a scam, a this, a that. It's not. And like I said, it may not get to the full target, but anything that it gets to will be a big help. Some of you out there that are running your mouths have not buried 2 in the space of, you know, who have passed in the space of 2 weeks. Much less your mother and your child. I'm hearing so much nonsense around this, and I can't understand why it is that we are so inhumane. Why it is that we are so inhumane as people. Support is a good thing. That's right. And this is what I'm saying. It don't have to get to the full amount. What we're looking at is what can help with the children and the raising of the children. We're looking at long-term costs as well as short-term costs. You understand? And anything that we can do to support this family, we should do it. I see people raising money for foolishness. I see people are do GoFundMe for cartel concerts. We see people are raise money for do them body. And them get the supports. And nobody now ball out say a scam. But you have got 2 funerals in a damn expensive place. Jamaica is ridiculously expensive. And yet, this is the time that we use to, this is something that we choose to weaponize. Only because them are try to target one somebody. And the person is no longer in the shop, so to speak. You understand? I'm not going to come on here and discuss the details of the case or the situation with the case that is for Miss Claudette to do when she is ready. And I have not listened to Andre's live either. You understand? I saw clips of it and me switch off. I didn't listen. But he is doing whatever he can do to raise awareness his way. My way is for me to say to you guys, as graduates, some of you are also Planketarians, to have some mercy and see what you can do to support Miss Claudette. Right? See whatever you can do. That's all me I ask you know. When I ask you for even like her top of the screen or share, me not do that. Me just ask you know, anybody who can go on the GoFundMe, and I will put it, if anybody can highlight the GoFundMe link and drop it in the chat, it would be appreciated. If not, when I come off, I will where is the GoFundMe link? Anybody who can put the GoFundMe link in the chat, I'd really appreciate it. It's on my Facebook page. If you can copy and paste it in the chat, that would be a big help. Dawn, I don't know if you can do that. If you can jump off and do it. But either way you take it, I'll put it in the description of the video when I come off. I did copy and paste it when I started. Right? But it's on my Facebook page. 2 people in 2 weeks. Her mother and her daughter. The way her daughter passed. Right, Ryan says, how much do you want? It's not how much I want, Ryan. It's not for me. Because this GoFundMe, I never organize it. I've never set up a GoFundMe in my life. Okay? It is for that family. Okay? So it's any amount that you can donate to this family, it would be greatly appreciated. That's what I'm saying. I see people use GoFundMe for all kinds of rubbish. And yet they still get the support. This lady has literally been there from the start. She's one of the foundation members of Planka Shop. One of the foundation, right? Who was there up and down in the streets, helping to build houses for homeless people or people who are suffering, right? Helping people to get charitable donations, giving out grocery, up and down on the streets, driving people around to get from point A to point B to make social justice happen. And she's then gone over to Andre and she's doing the same thing. So how is it that we can't see good in that in terms of supporting somebody? That's why I say, me thank God. I put God on the cross and say, thank you, Jesus. That me never have to come ask anybody for $1 or a dime for bury my own. Because people are in a vulnerable position. Them turn on and use it against them. You understand? Copy not getting to paste here. Really? I don't know why that is. You should be able to. Right? Yes, let's help Miss Claudia and our family. We should have moved the GoFundMe already beyond what it there. You understand? So I don't understand what is this. What is this? And I carry no feelings because nobody not carrying any feelings. And whatever it is that has happened in the past, that was a nonsense. That was a nonsense because the woman ain't do nothing. You understand? So you just need to realize that just like people are there for you, we have to be there for people. We have to be there for people. Because it's not everybody can manage. And that is a lot to manage. That is a lot to manage. And if you have had a loss in your life, you know how expensive it is. Much less to have a loss and end up with the partial responsibility of raising the child that's left behind. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Right? I'm so disappointed and saddened by our community. It really hurts me sometimes when I look around on social media and see the kind of things we say and the kind of things that we do. It really and truly does hurt. And that's why I more or less pull myself away from everybody, because I don't like what I see and what we are capable of doing when it comes to tearing down each other. It's too much. It is completely too much. Plus miracle. That's right. You know, everybody will do what they can, yes. And if you can't afford, this is not about anybody who cannot afford. If you can't afford, you can't afford. And that's fine. Right? Sharing it is also a good support as well. But if you can support, no matter what you can give, it will be appreciated. May I say down to $1? Give whatever you can. That's all I am asking. Because it's a lot for Miss Claudette to bear. It's a whole heap. Let me tell you, say emotionally, she had got through it, people. You ready now? She had got through it. You understand? She had got through it. She had got through it. It's a whole lot of pain. It's a whole lot of pain. And the way, the manner in which that daughter passed, it's horrible. It's horrible. Me tell you, say, we have to be so, those of us were there in a big foreign and we can manage to afford health care, or, you know, be that you have your healthcare insurance, or you're in a country like myself where hospitals and stuff are free, give God thanks. Be grateful. Right? Yes, we have healthcare of a sort in Jamaica, but there's so much stuff that's just not running right. You can see from Tammy's post the kind of things that that lady had to suffer. Missing equipment that should be standard in a hospital. Not there to save life. So I hope that they go through what they need to go through in order to hold whoever accountable. Right? And I do hope that that happens. But needless, regardless of that fight, there is the basic costs that need to be covered, the running around, the up and down that needs to be covered. And then also the actual burial of 2. Understand? Hold on a second. Some of you trolls, y'all are so stupid. Get up. Right? So I'm telling you now that we have to do better as a people, and see where, whenever we're in need, try to come together. We are the only race of people I know that are quick to tear down. I shouldn't even say race, because I know say when African people are ready for roll out for the one another, them roll out hard. Me I go say Jamaican people. We have a problem supporting without. And I know say, you know, Wally Pascam at about our so we have to be cautious. But we know these people and a stranger. We know who this is. It's not a stranger. And this person has not given us any reason to think otherwise. So we have to do the right. You understand? We have to do the right thing. Anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to come on and say. Big up on a nice clean self. The health system in Jamaica is really bad. Yeah, it is. It is really bad. But big up on yourself, and you know, once again, anything you guys can contribute, it will be greatly appreciated. Right? You will be blessed for it. You understand? Paying attention to your fellow man, fellow woman in times of need is a great thing to do. And you don't have to do it, forget no knowings. Right? The GoFundMe is there, it's transparent, it's above board, and it's right. You can either choose to do anonymously if you want, you know, want your name blow up, or with your name. You understand? If you're struggling with the concept of GoFundMe, you can reach out to Tammy and a little brother and see what you can do to get it to her directly, right? But let's just stop with the constant aspersions and doubts and all kind of negativity around this. She's already going through enough. She don't need any of that. We need to be focusing on how to build each other. We just don't know how to do that as a people. We don't know how to do it. We quick for tear down. We quick for tear down. I mean, somebody that go through grief is a terrible, terrible thing. You understand? And this is what always happens whenever you're going through your lowest or your worst time in life. The devil send all kind of agents. The devil send all kind of agents to take you down even more. Because at your weakest, that's when you will forget God. But Miss Claudette not gonna forget God. No matter what she has go through. You understand? So please, exactly, please support, no matter how small. That's all I'm asking, graduates. Please, I'm begging you. You know, this is the one time you're going to see HTK beg. And enough for myself. Right? Do whatever you can. It'll be appreciated. Alright? Bless up on a nice clean self, and I'll see you guys later. Right? It's a hot day in the UK. This whole weekend is going to be crazy. I think the highest we're gonna go up to is what, 32 or 33 degrees on Saturday. So no sir. I'm not looking forward to the heat because I'm not too used to it. Even when I'm there in Jamaica, I suffer much less, right? But at least the weather is nice, so we have to give God thanks because